Welcome! In this video we will create a trap beat in the Bitwig studio. My name is Mattias and let's go! The first thing we need to do is find a proper drum kit, and I've loaded up the Producer Essentials Kit Volume 1 for Bitwig Studio. There's a link in the description if you want to grab this pack. And what's great with this pack is that you can select snares and kicks just by adjusting a macro like this. And for a trap, if you want to have a fat 808 bass, you generally go for a quite snappy kick. So we will go with this one. And we have a clap. And a snare. And a lot of other great percussions. So let's begin by entering some kicks and snares. We set the tempo to 135. And run the metronome. So there we have recorded 4 bars. Let's press Shift and Tab. And here we can see the notes we entered, and here we can see if the beat was tight. A little bit sluggish here, but we can press Command A to select all, then press Q to quantize. Let's enter a few in-betweens percussion. And let's enter some hi-hats. And this kit has a real hi-hat, which you can adjust so you can open up and make the hi-hat more long, or make it very snappy and short. And in this case I went into the hi-hat, and I also adjusted the decay curve to be even more snappy. So we have a snappy trap hi-hat. And now we can go in and make those more rapid hi-hat hits. So we just go in here and select one of these hits, press Command D to duplicate. Now we will get a more rapid hi-hat at that point. Maybe have a rapid hi-hat over here too. You can see those white lines here, and that represents my selection. And if I press Command D, it will duplicate that white line selection like this. And now we can just select this part, press Command D to duplicate it a few times like this. Let's continue and write a little piano line. Something like that, maybe. And then if we weren't totally satisfied. Let's go in and press Q to quantize this. Yeah, we have this little sluggish note here. Put it on the grid. Then we need to duplicate this again. Let's remove them. Command D to duplicate. Yeah, okay, so now let's go to the 808 bass, because we want to fill up this with a fat bass. What you can do is, there's some nice samples with the Bitwig core package. You have some basses from Erupt here, the bass loop. But you have to beware when working with 808s, because if you're not new to music production and you're not that experienced in finding the key of the bass, then it can get very messy if you don't have the 808 bass in key with your track. And when you start to add more layers like pianos and melodies and chords, it's going to be a mess if you don't know the root key of the bass, if it's out of pitch, so to speak. And here we have a great sample that we can actually, if we don't like this certain rhythm, we can cut out this part of the sample and create our own 808 bass loop out of this part of the sample. And that's what I did here. And what I did here is press Shift Tab. And here we can see how I have created the pitch slides and changed the pitch for each of these 808 bass hits. And you can see I also glide here from 8 to 9 semitones. And some pitch falls like this. Let's solo this so it's easier to hear the pitch falls. So how you do this is cut up this sample, maybe cut it from here until there, and get rid of the rest of the sample. Let's move this to the first part, and we can mute that first, the first version of the 808. We called it 808.2. Actually, we can make use of this new function in Bitwig. If we hold Command above the sample, we can actually slide this. Because this first part of the sample, I want to get rid of this first part. So I slide this to the left. So I only get the meaty part of the 808. Like that. And maybe I want to pitch this one up a little bit. Let's go into the sample and press pitch and just, yeah, maybe try 7 semitones up. So this first one is 7 semitones up. Maybe do a little fall here. And maybe do a little pitch slide upwards on this one. Let's see what we can do with this last 808 bass. 12 semitones up. Maybe do a little little slide over here too. But as I said, if you're inexperienced in finding the pitch of this 808s, you can always throw them into a sampler and make sure that it's set to the correct root key. And then you can enter MIDI notes like this. I've also sidechained the bass to the kick, and that's very easy to do in Bitwig. You just create a tool device, or any device that has an amplitude meter. Then you create a LFO, or an audio sidechain. You create an audio sidechain, and then you select the audio sidechain input as the kick. And here we go to the group, Producer Essentials Kit, and select the kick epic. And if we solo this while playing the track, we can see the kick activating this sidechain, and we can introduce more gain from that kick and say that it's going to pull down the amplitude as soon as the kick hits. Now you can see that it's sidechaining this bass quite hard. I usually make the low cut a little bit higher, so that we only have a very snappy sidechain. Because you want the bass to come back as soon as the kick has stopped playing. Yeah, so that's how you quickly can create a trap beat and get a trap beat going in Bitwig Studio. You can get the samples, the bass and drum kit from the Producer Essentials kit. There's a link in the description to this kit if you don't have it for Bitwig Studio yet. I hope you liked this trap tutorial. If you have any questions on this beat creation, please shoot them in the comments. If you're new, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up and write some kind of feedback in the comments. Thanks for watching today and see you in the next video. Bye!